On March 14, 1945, Harold and 19 other Red Tails took off from Linz, Austria on a strafing mission.
If you see something, shoot it up. And we looked and we said, look what we got. Locomotives all up and down, the steam coming from them, just like throwing a fox in a briar patch. And we had one heck of a day.
It was Harold's 30th and last mission of the war. That day, as he targeted one remaining train, he flew a little too close.
I got that locomotive lit up like just like a Christmas tree. And just as I pulled up to pass over the locomotive, that's when it blows. I was caught in some of the explosion, so I pulled the aircraft up, rolled it over. I jettisoned the canopy, pulled the chute, and the guys were circling me to make sure that I was okay. Then they head for home. I landed in that snow. I have never been so lonely in my life. 20 years old, up in Germany, looking like this. And I said, what has happened to me?
Moments later, Harold surrendered to 2 civilian policemen who escorted him to the very town he and his squadron had just attacked.
I got a mob in front of me. They're upset, they're angry. Invincibility, it doesn't exist. They had one thing on their mind, and they were going to kill me. And that was when this one constable stepped in front of me, put a round in his rifle, and kept him from killing me. I thought it was nothing less than America.
The constable pulled Harold into a pub and barricaded the doors. The next day, he was put on a POW train to Nuremberg. Not long into the ride, Harold heard a familiar sound, the roaring engines of P-51s.
We said, our guys, oh boy, then we realized, my God, they're going to strafe the train. Hearing those 650 calibers going off, tearing that train apart, you're hollering and screaming, there's no place to run. You could hear the engine speeding up, the guys trying to get to a tunnel. And I'm saying there, come on, keep it going, get to that tunnel.
The train reached the tunnel safely and traveled on to Nuremberg. But with the steady advancement of Allied troops, the city was soon evacuated, and Harold was sent to a stalag in Moosburg. Soon after, Nazi soldiers abandoned the camp, and Patton's tanks rolled in, freeing over 100,000 prisoners.
He comes in, and if you can imagine, this mob of people hollering and screaming, yay, Patton, go get him, Patton. Of course, I am just as happy. Look what I just came through. You realize that somebody had to be looking out for you. Somebody had to be taking care of you. And there's only somebody in the world who I know is capable of doing that. God. I don't know how else it could have happened.
Germany surrendered on May 6, 1945, and 4 months later, Japan followed. Harold and his fellow Red Tails returned home heroes, having helped bring an end to the war and racial prejudice in the military. Their final victory came in 1948 when President Truman officially ended segregation within the armed forces.
It was never easy for these men. They were pioneers, and no pioneer has it easy. They fought lies, they fought heartbreak, and they won.
After flying 23 years in the Air Force, Harold retired as colonel. He has since earned a doctorate, served as an administrator at Columbus State Community College, and co-authored his autobiography with his wife, Marcia. These days at 93, he travels all over the U.S., sharing the lessons of the Tuskegee Airmen and how one dream can change everything.
With hard work, perseverance, never quitting, having confidence that you can win, overcoming obstacles, and you can be successful. You can overcome anything. Dream, aim as high as you want in your dream. and then go after it. When things are tough and just think of the Tuskegee Airmen. If we could do it, you can do it.